Good day, Lords and Ladies, and welcome back to Battle Brothers with me, Cornish-Knight, as we get down to the task at hand at killing these goblins. No one likes goblins. No one. So, let's see if we've got the right people for this job. Want people to have high range defense, because obviously, well, goblins. Yeah, that's good. Well, let's take this fight. Final episode today, folks. Tomorrow will be Warriors of the North DLC. I hate goblins. Like, they are literally considered to be like the most OP faction in the game. Okay, delay my archers. I'm gonna pull my range units forward. We're gonna try and break this group here because they've got less shieldmen and they've got most of the range units. So let's start moving, shall we? How close do we want to move on our first turn? I could be aggressive and try and take this hill section, so we could have an archer unit firing at close range. They got more range units than we do, so probably staying back is a better idea. Delay, delay, delay. Right, let's get to here. Right, 1 second, folks. So about that, folks. Right, delay. Okay. Gonna push up. I don't want to. This guy's gonna be nasty anyway, so it's gonna be a pain to deal with him. I hate goblins. Right, since he's here, line of sight, I'm going to put him here. And we managed to get one of them, luckily. Pure luck, it missed him. This is why I like range units, because like even if you miss, you have a chance of hitting the guy in the back because of how percentage in this game works. We're pushing down this way so he can go here. Missed. Move him here. Pierce his hand. You can go here. Ready for the push. I will be talking about how I will be doing my next series a bit differently. I used to do a lot more roleplay with my descriptions of how the battles went, like how the injuries were inflicted and how the characters reacted and stuff like that guy there, taking a hit. Like I would say, for example, you got a Grey's neck. For example, like the owl wishes past Meinolf's neck and grazes it, and he sort of screams in pain as he quickly bandages the wound, kind of thing. I'm going to go back to that kind of style, add a bit more like role play into it. So like you see, like Ulft lines up a shot. Ah, I missed the wrong person. My apologies. Got him in the windpipe. Goblin screams as the arrow bites deep into his throat. Everyone starts to get ready for the next round. Kill him. We'll 23%, 18. We'll try for him because he's got no armor on. Got him in the leg. Guy, the other goblin screams as he looks down into an arrow shaft sticking out of his leg and just goes, ah! Right. Some of the goblin forces are beginning to waver. Their lack of morale is showing. Really? We got hit again? How much health is he on? He's actually on pretty low health. I better pull him back. That's annoying. Well, let's pierce this guy in the goblin in the hand and kill him outright. Oh, we got the other one on the leg as well. These goblins are not faring well. Probably going to start bunching up. Get my troops, or like the order goes out, to do a form a shield wall. Curses, not so lucky. I've been deliberately avoiding watching content for the new DLC because I've been looking forward to it. So that's why you won't hear me discussing much about it, because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But it does look good. Like the factions and the new tactics and stuff, they've done a lot of tweaking behind the scenes. Done a lot of work on... Oh, we got hit. And they're going to throw their bolas at me. Well, he's going to keep falling back. I wish you could like retreat individual units from the battlefield. Missed. Curses. Shield wall will attack next turn. Oh, got him. Excellent. Who's we aim for now? With their range capacity greatly reduced, the goblin forces will start to crumble. But I'm surprised they're not going on the attack already, to be honest. Keep falling back. Delay. Now you can start shooting. Let's go. For valor. You're brave, aren't you? What a fool you are. I can do this. And more dogs. Oh, we missed with that one, that was a shame. Move our units up. Aiming for my archer units, eh? How dare you hit my dog. I had to kill you all for that. Right, delay. Goblin screams as the arrow bites into him. That one screams as the arrow takes him in the gut. That one definitely screams because it's got his abdomen sliced open. You can't do anything except die as our guys run them down. This one meets a similar fate as our forces rush over the quickly disintegrating goblin lines, killing them all as they try to flee. And the battle is pretty much ours. Not going to bother fighting the last goblin. This is the last episode after all. Took care of that. Level 12. What do I want to give him? And a point in. There we go. He can't take any of those. Let's see. How's his stamina looking? More stamina. Like that. And we'll give him the 9 lives perk. That's done. When do we need to go back to up here, do we? Rightio. Turn in the money. Get a bit of pay. I'm not going to lie, I have slightly found out something that I didn't realise at the time that I might have messed up this run, but it was not on my part, to be sure. Well, it was. Well, okay, it was on my part, but it was on my part because I didn't know that I had to do it in this particular way. It was very much a learnt it far too late situation kind of thing, so we're going to have to, well, there's no way of fixing it. I have done a couple of tests in the background to see if I can recover from my mistake, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I can, which is a shame. Right. So the question is, what do we want to do as our final mission? Judging the situation and all that. I will also explain what my mistake is as well, only when a moment comes. We could take one of these mission requests. Lost fetish. Obtain the fetish fertility lost crypt. We could do that. We could pick a random fight. Well, this will pay us money anyway. So we should probably go up there and do that, get as much money into our party as we can, because it all adds to our final score. Now, what are we going to be facing? This is the question. What will we face? I'm going to take that, just in case. What else do we want to have? Range units aren't as useful against undead, normally. But he's still got the infection, which is not something I really want to have him in combat with, so I'm going to keep him out of it for now. I will keep him then in places to help get rid of armor. Instead of him... Yep. Don't know what we're going into, but we should be able to handle it, I hope, he says, unbelievingly. So let's get into here and see what we get. You thought this was send a mercenary to go and grab it, but you wonder what is all the hell is doing here. Perhaps the Sons of Kurnos should stick it to what they asked her to do. Let's see, you spy a sunny war site adorning a tall, enormous statue of a man. The first thought is to send a mercenary to go grab it. Yeah, let's just take the statue. Urks of Brookland asks you to get the fertility statue. What exactly you want to do with it after you grab the relic? Torhorn bards you with the elbow. Says, is someone afraid of the big bad statue, eh? Come on, let's grab it. We can have it and be out of here in 2 seconds. Nah. I guess that was been a legendary item. If we picked, yeah, judging from the description, it probably would have been a legendary item. If we'd picked it up, we would have probably had loads of undead turning up. So we got paid. Food's looking a bit low. What's this? Patrol the roads, collect heads. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Last day of our campaign, we need to have something a bit more fitting. We could do with some necromancers, we could pick on some bandits. I don't really want to go to the ruins because they're just going to be horrible incarnate. and I don't stand a chance of clearing them. Because they're just full of, like, armoured undead. This place has no food at all. Okay. Right, well, we need to find something for us, our merry band of maniacs to do. So, what will it be? I could go all the way back here and turn in the pelts. That could be something we could do. And then do a fight. Let's grab all the fish. We'll grab a boat across the sea to Cornish-Knight for the last time. We got a lot of work here. But I'm going to go all the way down here and turn in the mission for the pelts. See how that helps us. Because I haven't done it before. I want to show it off as well, because it's not something I normally get to do. Now, as I said, I am going to do a bit more roleplay in my next campaign. If people want to have characters named after them, or they have character names that they would like to have, let me know. And I shall put them on a list and add them. Otherwise, I'll just make up character names. It'd be nice if you had sea battles. That'd be cool. Right, let's turn this in. You bring the woman you unhold a hide, only to find that there are more people now. A few men and women milling about, poking around the swamp, eating mushrooms. You ask if you're here to help around find the Kraken. That you sternly ask if here to get paid as well, because you're sore as shit, not used to selling goods. The woman calls out to you and runs over. She turns her head and scrunches swamp slugs out of her hair as though it was a rotten rag. Are those there? They are. She softens her nails, fingers, and a few helpers take the hides away. You ask who the hell these people are. She shrugs. They just started arriving, I guess. Said it was in the stars for them to be here, and I ain't one to question that. No, I ain't going to pay them at what I owe you. Just be happy to be here, away from anywhere else, and away from anything anyway. She raised an eyebrow. You lose the unbeholder hides. The hides delivered. You ask what you're owed. She flips you another signet as though you're a beggar and waves you towards her books. As you walk over, you see the helpers cut up their unholder hides. They seem to be tailored them as cloaks. The woman talks. I think we're close to the awakening. The helpers here said they saw the stars, but I think what they really saw were fireflies. I see them sometimes myself, little bugs that glow in the dark. I try to capture a few, but they keep walking away. Right, you ask for your payment again. She answers by opening O2 and looking at the drawer of sailors being attacked by Kraken. With so much help around, I have had more time to delve to the books, and in that time I've noticed something. What do you see in the pictures? Look closely now. You stare at it but shrug. She drags her finger across the particularities of the drawing as though she was narrating were etched in there and then. The moonlight, this battle occurs at night. What are these here flying above the light? Seagulls? No, these are bats. What the hell are bats doing fluttering around the middle of the ocean? And then there's this man here at the helm of the ship with his long ears and black cloak. And interestingly, no. And then there's this, a few pages down, a record, or I quote, a vagabond who threw bats out of his cloak to mask his escape. Rather peculiar, no. I think these are called necro-servants, ancient ones, and I think they weren't ambushed by the Kraken, I think they were hunting it. Sighing, you ask what she needs. The woman clasps her book close. Depends on if they exist or not. For mine own eyes have not witnessed them, but in my days I have seen the shamans and magicians with their strange glistening ashes. Perhaps trickery, perhaps not. Bring me 4 ash piles of these nightmen, and you have your Kraken yet. The woman exchanges stuffs, her face with more mushrooms. She pauses, grinning with her black cap of teeth. And then you'll have your crown too, of course. Okay, so if we wanted to continue the quest beyond that point, we would have needed to have gone and then got 4 amounts of dust. Someone got sick. That's not good. Well, necro-servants are annoying. I don't particularly like fighting them. They're if we wanted to have more of them, we would have to like either try and hunt for locations which have undead, but even then, it's not guaranteed you'd find them. You'd probably have to. I'd probably have to turn up the difficulty to their normal setting, which increases the likelihood of finding harder enemies earlier and more often. I have noticed that playing on this setting, like necro servants and the like, are not as common. Neither are necromancers normally, which is something interesting to know. Right, we're going to sell that, grab some food, and figure out what we're going to do with our last bit of time in the campaign. First of all, I'm going to get him healed of his sickness. Do you want to do an escort? Nah. Not interested. Could fight more goblins. Or we could just pick a random location and dive into it and see what we get. Let's see. Bandit camp up there. Ancient tomb. That might be a swamp fight. But it's our closest one, and I would like to fight something other than bandits for our final battle. So let's take that. And see what we get. Go relatively good setup. Let's see what we have to face. It's got to be in the marsh. I hate fighting in marshes. Okay. Okay, it's a ton of bandits in the bog. Oh, this is going to be fun. And they got a war leader. Well, I can't get to dry land in time, so I suppose we just would have to just kill as many of them as we can. Oh boy. This is gonna suck. Really, I missed. Really? Man, this is not looking great. I was hoping to try and break their morale. Man, this is going to be a nasty matchup. That Dane axe is worrying. He blocked that shot, which I was worried about. He's going to switch. Come on. Ah. Well, at least he's got to take penalties to his shooting. Miss. He broke. Easy enough. Keep him out. Really? Okay, fine. Right, they broke. Ouch. Missed. Really? Hit him in the head. He's got no head armor. Move up to support. Rip his ear off. Get easy kills. Excuse me a second. So about that. Move to pin. Really? Oh, he managed to get away. Impressive. Ouch! I'm not going to lose someone. I refuse to lose someone now. Broke them, yes, so he's okay. He's managed to survive by the skin of his teeth. No. I forgot he was in melee. Take that. We're going to run them down because it's the last game. Battle the game. Oh, he blocked. Not going to get him. It's a shame. But we shall get our revenge for all the attempted killings of my men in this battle. Really? He was on 6 HP at the end. Could have gone a lot of ways. Well, he's going to run away. He definitely didn't make it. Ah, some of them surviving. To spread our terrifying reputation. He got decapitated. No, he came back for seconds, did he? Nope, didn't think so. He got a lucky shot off with that Dane axe, nearly killed him. It's over. He could have almost died, and I would have been very, very upset to lose someone so close to the end of the game. Or at the end of the game. So, more stuff for us. With our final battle done and dusted, we sell troops back into town to pay our to sell our wares and all the stuff we don't need. I'll have all my people dressed up in the nicest regalia, and we shall retire the party and see what comes of it. Though, if my hunt is correct and my misstep has happened, then it may not be as good as I first thought. But that would be to do with my own blunderings and nothing more. So we're going to sell that, sell all this stuff. I think the Dane axe is like one of my favourite weapons in the game. It's like, I know the great axe does more damage, but like I like pole weapons, pole arms, and the great axe really fits into my style of play. So first off, we're going to get all of our dudes up. Everyone who's got nice gear, we're gonna. I mean, he can barely wear this stuff, but I'm gonna put it on him anyway because I want all my guys to look really nice and swanky. None of this cheap, I say cheap stuff, but none of their like. I wouldn't wear it into battle, but I'm gonna tidy all my guys up and they can have all the nicest gear we've got lying around, even though it doesn't look particularly impressive. He's got a pierced chest. We'll give him that helmet. You can have this helmet. No, I don't like that helmet. You can have this one instead. It makes you look more Anglo-Saxon. Maybe. A bit battered up, but still. Do you have any nicer armour to give people? Nice greatsword. Let's see. Nah, gotta keep them with that. All of our guys. I haven't lost a single battle brother or founding member of the company. Let's make sure I have all the founding members. Team player. Make sure we have all the founding members in the party. I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, there we go. Got all our team players here. Wish I had a nicer helmet to give him than that. Let's see, let's give him... Yeah, let's give him that. So they've all got nice, relatively nice gear on. All our best McGubbins that we can give them. Let's actually give them that. It looks a bit smarter, well, more dented, but they can fix it over time. And I am happy with this campaign, to be honest. It's been relatively successful. Some of our guys are beaten up, but it's just how it is. So, after that last fight, and we shall pawn off... Now I'm going to keep the stuff in here. This stuff actually does contribute to your final score, surprisingly enough. So I've been told. So, I am going to retire the campaign. Yeah, this has happened what I thought. I'll explain this ending to you guys afterwards. Having built the Sons of Kurno to a notable name recognition in the realms, the lords who bid against each other for your services, not only so you fight for them, but so that you know, at the very least, you would not fight against you. With the crowns rolling in and faith that your company would do well without you, it just seemed the proper time to put the sword away and retire to a life outside of war and killing. Unfortunately, some popularity comes at a cost. The company kept falling into wartime contracts, and over time was ground down. Brothers started to leave, at least they become victim to the next noble who thought they knew best of how to command the mercenaries. While the Sons of Kurno visited a town to rest and recuperate, a local princess took a sign to Albert the Wild Man. He was purchased for a large sum of gold and given to the noblewoman You went and visited the man recently for dinner. He sat at a kingly table, grinning coyfully and mimicking the nobles around him at best he could. His new and inexplicable wife adored him, and him her. When you said your goodbyes, he offered you a heavy gold crown off the top of his head. It weighed heavily with tradition and ancient histories. You said it was best if he kept it. The wild man shrugged and walked off, spinning the circlet around his finger. If there was one life that's more rough than that of being a sellsword, and it's being a miner, sadly, Helmar returned that life, going back into the mines to dig out metals and ores to fill some rich man's pocket. A recent earthquake collapsed many said such mines. You're not sure if the old brother survived, but it looks pretty grim. Now just how it is. That's just how it is for mercenaries. One thing that's safe about mercenary work is that it's understanding that not everyone is going to make it out alive. Everyone knows that when they sign on, yourself included, you got lucky, others did not. That's just how it is. You plan to live out the rest of your days as well as you can, not only for yourself, but for those that didn't make it. Well, we got not too bad ending then. We got the wild man became basically a king, from the sounds of it. For a lot of money, became a king. The miners one's a bit sad, but I'll actually explain how we got this ending. Though basically there are 5 endings in Battle Brothers. 3 of them are not particularly good. The first one is you basically get defeated in battle and lose. The second one is that you retire without having done anything very noticeable at all. There's this one, which is the third one, which is that you get the nobleman's contract and you earn a certain amount of renown. I think it's about at least 1,050. But this is like a very middle ending. Some people survive, some people don't. It's just like what's considered to be like the average ending. The second one, which is leaving a legacy, is something that we should have gotten because we did 2 of the endgame crises. And you need to complete one of the endgame crises to actually get the tick and get the better ending. I have actually experimented with this. Unfortunately, what we didn't do is that we didn't do the ambition that was linked to the crises. I have found that if you want to get the tick, you have to complete the crises ambition, which is in each case we should have done we should have done the undead one, which was defeat the undead scourge. I don't like doing the noble faction one because the noble faction one means that you end up having a noble house against you for the rest of the game. So it's not particularly nice because you just end up doing. So I don't do it. I should have done the undead faction one crisis and done the ambition to defeat the undead scourge, and we would have got a much better ending. Though this one is still not bad. The company kept falling into water on contracts, but others started to leave, released their victims. So at least the company didn't fall apart. We just sort of went our separate ways. Some of us had better outcomes than others, and we all get to basically live on and live for those that didn't make it. We only lost 2 people in the company when I was under my command. 232 points. Not too bad. But that's it, Lords and Ladies, for my Battle Brothers Beast and Exploration Let's Play with me, Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam. If you want to have a character named after you in the upcoming Warriors of the North DLC, you can basically leave a comment in this or in the first video for that series and let me know. And I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye, everybody.